I'm the Duel Master.
And I'm the King of Games, and
Together we're the SP Advanced Card Games.
Welcome everyone to SP Advanced Card Games, and today I will be explaining, yours truly GVP, how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now then, let's go over the rules first, alright? Now then, there are actually 6 phases to this game, believe it or not. Okay, so the first one, as I have here on my duel mat, first one is the draw phase. The second one is the standby phase, only when, card effect says it. Third one is the main phase, where you summon your monsters, you activate spells, you set traps, you do all your dingle-dangle. And then the fourth one is the battle phase, where, monsters attack each other, and then trap effects activate, and all heck breaks loose, and lasers fire into the air, and then, cards fall. Anyway, the fifth phase is basically your second main phase, where you can then activate trap cards, and it's basically the same as main phase 1, except there's no battle phase after it. That's it. Anyway, and the sixth phase is the end phase, which basically ends and it's your opponent's turn. So, basically, that's all the 6 phases. Now then, let's go over how it works. You shuffle your deck, you do all that, you duel your dingle-dangle again, and then once all is said and done, you draw your first 5 cards. Now then, I want to go over different types of cards. Alright, first of all, here's a monster card. Get a good look at this. It's a doozy. It's a monster card, and it's orange. Monster cards come in yellow and orange. Orange monster cards have effects. Yellow ones are just regular, plain old monsters. Also, these trap cards. These trap your opponent. Believe it or not, it's Magic Cylinder. Don't tell him I said that. So anyway, this is Magic Cylinder. It's a trap card. Now then, and the last type of card is basic. Spell cards. Yeah, spell cards. Now then. Alright. Rules for summoning monsters, my good friends. Now then. In order to summon out a monster, it has to be level 4 or lower. If I haven't explained it, the stars at the top of it is basically level 2 stars, level 2, so forth. Now then, summon a monster, level 4 or lower, and basically this is your main phase 1, forgot to mention that. Now then, you set your cards, so basically, this right here, monster card zone. This, your graveyard, this, your field card zone, this, your extra deck, which I will go into later, and this is your deck zone, and this is your spell and trap card zone. So, in monster card zone, pretty simple. You summon a monster. Once per turn, you summon a monster, unless there is an effect that says you can do all this dingle-dangle. Now then, I have summoned a monster. You can only do... you can only do 1 summon per turn. Now then, see? Trap cards. Easy. You just set them face down in your spell and trap card zone. Simple as that.
They can also be spells.
Yeah. You can also set spells to get your opponent to destroy them stupidly. Now then, here's the thing about trap cards. Once you set them, you activate them on your opponent's turn or your next turn. That's the thing about trap cards.
Can't activate
now then, spell cards. Here's the thing. For example, if there was a monster on his side of the field, let's just say it's this monster, you can activate spell cards on your turn. So, let's just say I activate Smashing Ground. It says, destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls with the highest defense, and if it's a tie, you choose. Once you activate it, it goes to graveyard, and basically, this card goes to your opponent's graveyard. Now then, here's what you do when your opponent has no monsters. Basically, your monster can attack them. Okay? He attacks them. He attacks them. And on the bottom here, it says attack, power, and defense. ATK attack and DEF defense. Now then, it's in attack mode, right? You can attack your opponent. You basically make them lose 1,000 life points.
You start off with 4,000.
Yeah.
Or 8,000.
Or any 8,000, because every player, forgot to mention this again, gosh darn it, every player starts out with 8,000. And basically the goal of the game is for your opponent to lose all their life points. Or they deck out, poof, your deck will be, gone.
Not as soon as you get that, but if you draw and there's nothing there, that's when you lose.
Yeah, that's when you lose. Now then, let's talk about battle positions. Now then, there's 3 types of battle positions. There is set face down defense, defense position, and attack position.
You can only summon in attack position, and you can only set in defense position.
Well, that's for tournaments, trust me. Anyway, in attack position, your monster can attack. Once your monster attacks, they cannot switch battle positions. Defense position, you take no battle damage if they attack it in defense, because you know when you defend, you take no battle damage. But if the monster's in attack position, and there's a monster in attack position, and you attack it, it basically, the difference between the monster's attacks is basically life points taken. So let's just say, for example, Neos, 1000, that's 2500, this says 1000. So basically, Neos attacks it, the difference, I take 1500. Now then, oh, if Prisma were to attack me, say Prisma attacked me, I would activate my trap card, Magic Cylinder. This is what it does. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, negate the attack, and then your opponent loses 1700. It's basically effect damage. Now then, that's pretty much it. You guys will get the hang of it, trust me. Now then, let's talk about the extra deck zone. I told you I'd get into this. So,
like the levels of 5 or 6.
Well, yeah, I already talked to them about levels. It's part of that. But anyway, I'm going to talk to them about certain extra decks. So, extra deck contains your awesome trump cards. Now then, there are different types. Give me one. This one, it's a fusion because it's purple. This one is black because it's an Xyz. It's weird. This one is white because it's a synchro. And I will now talk to you about it. Thank you. Now then, here's how a fusion monster works. You see, on the very top, it tells you the fusion material monsters you need to summon the card. In order to summon the card, you must activate polymerization. And here's how it works. So let's just say these are the fusion material monsters for this fusion monster. You have to activate polymerization, send these to the graveyard, and polymerization to summon this guy out. It's very simple.
Non-specific.
Yeah, non-specific. Now then, about synchros, it's freaking weird. I don't even know one. You have to have monsters that have the word tuner on there, like in bold, you know, next to the type they are. So this is a fairy tuner. Let's just say I need to summon out a synchro monster, and I summon out a monster. If the level equals the level on the synchro monster, you can send the monsters to the graveyard and synchro summon the synchro monster.
It has to equal the level.
It has to equal the level, my friend. It has to equal the level. Now then, Xyz. These are BS cards. Literally BS, because you can summon them right off the bat. Yep, see, instead of levels, it's called ranks. It's black stars. And basically, how to summon this card, it's pretty simple. I don't
Right there
get
on
it.
the top line, it basically says how many monsters of how many levels you need.
Yeah.
Like Utopia needs 2 level 4 monsters, so it would be these 2. You would have them on the field. They have to be on the field, unlike fusioning where they can be in your hand. You just put them on top of each other, take them from your extra deck, put them on.
It's basically all called overlay. It's a BS move, honestly.
It's very handy, but it's kind of stupid.
It's not dumb. It's very handy, but when you do it against your opponent, they hate it so much.
It is.
They hate it. That's why it's just
That's why
crazy.
you gotta have a lot of them to back them up.
So basically, trap cards and spell cards can have different symbols near the type of card they have, and you know, you'll get it once in a lifetime. If you want to know more, just look up on the Yu-Gi-Oh website. Trust me, they have laws. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you will get to see me and that Soto battle it out in Yu-Gi-Oh. Thank you, and see you next time on SB Advanced Card Games.